Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news of some green shoots. Remember them from the GFC? First, there's been a better than expected dairy auction overnight. Whole milk powder prices rose at the expected rate, but other products took the limelight this time. Overall, prices rose 4.8% in US dollar terms and 6.7% in New Zealand dollar terms. This takes them to levels last seen in May 2014 after a positive run of 9 rises in the past 10 auction events. In that time, prices have risen 21%. This is probably enough to have analysts raising their farm gate milk price forecasts for this season, something some of them have already done recently after earlier rises. And skim milk powder prices rose an impressive 7%, butter was up 4.6%, and AMF prices were up a remarkable 17% in today's auction event from the prior event. All this comes despite rising supplies from competing nations and as part of a general rise in commodity prices for food. And in turn, that is based on rising demand out of China. The cream for farmers is the recent weakening of the New Zealand currency. In China, there are claims that ice cream made from imported whole milk powder base is a source of a COVID-19 outbreak in Tianjin, a city neighbouring Beijing. This whole milk powder was sourced from the Ukraine, though. And China is also fighting rising food prices, and the potential for social instability there is rising. Further, China seems to have a fight on its hands over how it's developing its Belt and Road projects in Pakistan. These two have been cosy for the past few years, but recent disputes about costs and sovereignty have flared in the past few weeks. In Germany, there's been a surprise rise in business sentiment there, possibly driven by expectations that the international vaccine rollouts will gain increasing momentum. And in Australia, there's been a remarkable rise in new-build home sales, zooming high in December. The US Treasury 10-year yield will start today up 1 basis point at 1.10%, and the price of gold is up $2 today in New York, now at $1,840 an ounce. Oil prices are firm today by nearly $1 and now just under $53 a barrel in the US, while the international price is just on $56 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is marginally weaker again today from this time yesterday at just under 71.1 US cents, a softening trend that has been evident since the start of the year. Against the Australian dollar, we're softer too at 92.4 Australian cents, and against the euro, we're down to 58.7 euro cents. That means our trade weight index is now down to 72.6 and its lowest since before Christmas. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.